Join us today at home for some amazing organization tips. Hi everybody, this is Wendy Pollock with Pollock Properties, powered by Keller Williams Experience, and I am at home today with my client and really good friend, Emily Gray. Emily, what business do you own?
I have an organizing business called Organized by Emily G. I love helping clients in their homes have an area that's really bothering them, stressing them out. I love going in and helping them find ways to organize and have ideas for them that turns it into a space they love and functions for the family.
That's amazing. And like I said, I met Emily because she's actually one of our real estate clients. And I'm going to be honest with you, when we go into a home and we're taking pictures, we often do not take pictures of your closets.
Yes.
But that was the one thing. We walked into our master bedroom and I was like,
I had to show the closet. I
oh
was
my
like, Wendy,
gosh, this is
I really
amazing.
think you should look at this closet. So I was excited. Wendy was excited.
And
There
we
was a picture
photographed
of
the closet. And we photographed the closet.
Yes.
And that actually, so how did this business start? Give us your why.
So,
Like, why are you doing this?
So I'm a mom of 2 kids. I have a dog and a husband. And so as we all know, life gets busy, life gets hectic. And I've always had this kind of type A organizing bug in me. I think I grew up with a lot of clutter. And I think it kind of switched over to what can I do so I feel like I'm in control.
That's
sort of.
awesome.
So yeah, the organizing kind of just took over. Like when I was packing up our house to move, it was a quick move. We had like a 2-month window. I started realizing I'm good at this, and I like to purge. I like to do this. My 8-year-old son has the bug now, which is amazing. So if he's stressed, he organizes his room. I'm like, this is great.
Love that.
So yeah, it's one of those things where like, you know, early in the morning when you're rushing out for school and everyone's frantic. I love that when everyone's like, where's X, Y, and Z? X, Y, and Z have a home. They know where to find it. We can leave sort of on time because there's some, items in place. There's some structure. So I feel like that's really helped in the day-to-day life of my family.
So
and
you're
with my
using
clients.
your superpowers to help
Right.
others.
There's something I can do and contribute. I feel really great about it.
That's awesome. And I do
Yes.
feel like, honestly, the majority of people really want to be organized.
Yes.
But sometimes it's overwhelming and you just don't know. You just don't know where to start. So
Yes.
you said you have 3 great no money tips
No money
for
tips.
us.
So it's ideas that can help you on your organizing journey, and it's not overwhelming. Because I
Awesome.
know we all get overwhelmed. So my first tip would be have something small to start with. So start small. Start with like a closet, like your entryway closet, or your refrigerator, or your pantry. Just something where you can do it in one time frame.
Wait, you
one
mean
sitting.
that I'm not supposed to be like, oh, I'm going to organize the entire house
No.
today?
Because that's when one, we're overwhelmed and we shut down.
I mean, I'm asking for a friend.
Oh, for a friend.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll talk later. But no, like I shut down. We all shut down.
Right.
You get overwhelmed, and then stuff's even worse because you pulled stuff out, and now there's more clutter, and I'm done. I walk away. So you start with one small thing you can finish. So you know that entryway closet. It's not too crazy. You can finish it. Be kind to yourself when you're doing this, which is something I've learned. We all open up that closet, and you're like, what happened in here? How did I get to this point? How did I get to this? It's okay. We all get there. You fix it. We move on, and then there's structure, and it won't get like that again. So,
Awesome.
and if it does, be kind. You can fix it. Like you
That's
have to
great.
be nice to yourself. So start small. Finish the project before the next project. Tip number 2 is when you're cleaning out a closet or a space, take everything out. So I know it sounds a little overwhelming.
I've
a
done
little
this
silly.
before. It's worth it.
It's true.
It's
And
worth
you'll
it.
see, like, if you're doing a master closet, which I love a master closet. It's, you've seen my master closet. But when you take everything out and you lay it somewhere, you're like, I had no idea. I had so much stuff. In a small closet, again, you take it all out, there's still a lot that'll come out, and you'll be surprised. And then you're starting with a clean slate. So when you're putting stuff back in, you're putting it into a clean zone. Like you can vacuum the area you haven't vacuumed in years, which is amazing. And then when you hang stuff in, you put it where it goes, and it's a clean slate. So you'll feel like it's completed. It won't be like I kind of organized.
Right.
You're completely did it. Space is done. Take
And
it all
now
out.
when you
put it back in.
help people do this,
Yes.
and you obviously you use these tips to
Yes,
when you're actually
absolutely.
with clients,
Yes.
but do you also help them purge? Because I
Yes.
think so many people have a hard time like giving things away or letting it
Correct.
go.
So I feel like there's 2 camps that I work with, which I'm great either way. The first camp is they really need help purging. They want me to go through it with them, and I love doing that because when there's 2 eyes looking at something, you
Right.
might think, I don't know. It doesn't matter to me if you like the sweater or not, but do you wear it? Like I ask the practical questions, which I think
Right.
is important.
Yeah.
So that I do help purge. Other
Or do
clients
you
of
fit
mine,
in it?
I don't do that.
Okay.
I don't. That is
Okay,
funny.
that's a question
true.
that I ask
Agreed.
myself.
Which is why sometimes I don't know what to wear. But the reason I don't do that is if you're trying everything on and you're hemming and hawing about it, okay, do you really like it? Like, do you
Okay,
love
so
it
you
if
just
have
kind
to
of,
try
and
it
that's
on?
actually a great tip.
Yeah.
Like, yes or no,
Love
like,
it or not.
Yeah,
and
you
move
either.
on.
Yeah,
And
if it's if
yes.
you had to think about it, I'm thinking it's a no.
It's a no.
It's
and
a no.
also,
Awesome.
we fluctuate. We fluctuate. So
Yeah.
you're going to wear it sometime, you're not another time. Don't get rid of it because it doesn't fit, but don't keep it because it fits, but you don't love it. Like, what's the point?
Absolutely.
It's just taking
that's,
up a spot.
That's awesome. And your
Yeah.
tip number 3 is?
Tip number 3 is I learned it from someone. It's not my phrase, but it's called like one-touch cleanup. So what that means is, and I use this on my children and my husband probably the most. When you walk in the house or you're using something, like you're holding on to like the book or whatever you have, like a toy, when you're done with it, people set it on the counter or you set it down on the floor or on the stairs. Which, by the way, do your stairs turn into like a collect all that
Oh,
mom's
yeah,
somehow supposed
of
to take
course.
upstairs? Yeah, that's not.
Oh wait, and I love that magically everyone else walks over
Yes,
the stuff,
they don't see
but
it.
yeah,
Only moms
only
or
us,
dads see
only
it.
us.
Yes,
I get it. I
mhm.
feel better that
But the
that's
one
not
touch,
just me.
no. And I'll say the phrase to my kids and like my husband, and they'll both be like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yes," because they know one touch cleanup. When you're done with it and you're touching it, it goes back to its home.
Right, just put
and
it
if
away.
you start doing that, the clutter doesn't really accumulate. Like every night, you shouldn't have to run around and pick up stuff if people have put the one touch away.
Right.
So I feel like and my kids are good at it now because they're so sick of me saying
That's
it.
a really great
that they
maintenance
one touch
tip.
it. Exactly. Because the
Once
clutter
you have.
will slowly take over, but if you do that, it will hopefully stay away. So that's the goal.
Especially once you've gone through your home and you've really done little
Yes.
sections at a time.
Yes,
That
and do
really
it,
seems
yeah,
like a
little
great
at a time
maintenance.
makes the whole house, and then you maintain. That's
Maintain.
it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, Emily. So we're at home today.
Yes.
Is this is this a great
So
place to
this-
start?
This is a place where I stumbled upon randomly because you do that sometimes.
Yes.
And I was so excited. I think I was jumping and like dancing in the aisles. It was embarrassing, but not because whatever. It's organizing and I loved it.
We all
But
have our things.
yes. So a tip that I can give you to save money is when you buy bins, like the clear bins that I'll get to, you do not need to go to the named brand organizing store.
And we all know.
We all
which
know what
one.
it is.
Yeah.
It's beautiful in there and I love it, but it's so expensive. So clear bins, like for example, all of these bins, it's pretty much the same thing. It literally will do the same job. It's great quality. It's perfect. You will save so much money. So if you buy clear bins at a place like here or even like a Target or something,
Right.
they have great pricing and great bins. And I love a clear bin because you're held accountable a little bit with your clear bins. So
Oh,
like,
cool. I like
and if
that.
you're in a closet, for example, like I had a client who loves scarves, and her collection was amazing. I was very jealous. But she loves to see her scarves, but they needed to go in a bin, right?
Okay.
You need to put them somewhere. So when you roll up the scarves, put them in the clear bin, label the clear bin, but when she looks up in her closet, she sees her scarves, and it makes her happy.
That's
So like
awesome.
imagine going into your closet, it's organized, but it still makes you smile because you can still see it.
Yeah.
And you know,
What a great-
where it
what
is
a great
too.
tip. Yeah.
So I love clear bins.
What else do you use them
Um,
for?
I use them in pantries. I think this section is more of a closet, but I use them in pantries a lot because if you do a clear bin in your pantry. Now, I am not a person, depends on the client, but most of my clients are kind of like me. I don't need to empty out all of my boxes of things into the clear
Okay.
canisters. That drives me crazy sometimes because it doesn't fit.
Okay.
So like you have a half-used box of something and a
Wait,
canister
I'm
that's
laughing
full.
because
It's
I
true.
just did that with my
Yes.
coffee.
Did it drive you crazy?
Well, and then I've got like this little bit of coffee
Yes.
grounds that still, but so I rolled up the package, so now I
You
have
still have the
clear,
package.
I still have the package.
Yes. So what it drives me crazy. So I do like a good overflow bin, and that doesn't have to be clear, kind of low, where you can put the overflow stock if
Oh,
you
that's
do
a great
that.
tip. Oh,
So
I
it's
love
not
that.
taking up
Yeah,
space.
if you do that.
But if you do the clear, so I'll take like the box of the granola bars or the cereal, and I'll line them up in the clear bin of the granola bars.
Great.
So it still is there, you still have your box, but that way too, like with my kids, I put the kids' stuff lower in the clear bins.
Okay.
They're self-sufficient,
Right.
which we all need in life. But they also can tell me, hey mom, X, Y, and Z is running out when you go to the store. Because I've also learned.
I was just gonna say that
Yes.
even when you go to make your list,
Yeah,
you could
you look and
open
you
the
see it.
pantry and just be
Yes.
like, okay, this is what I've
Yes.
got, and this is what I
Yes,
need.
and there's
type of
many
thing.
ways to do it, but again, like the cereal boxes, I'm not emptying. People love the look, that's great, but for me it doesn't work, and I'm trying to be realistic.
Right.
But like granola bars, you can line them up however
Right.
you want to do it. But I do love seeing it in the clear bin, and you also it makes you put stuff away nicely
Right.
because you don't just throw it in because okay, you have the bin, you might as well order
Yeah.
it. So that is kind of a perk.
That's
I love,
awesome.
yeah.
And I think that's a money saving tip. Yeah,
It
so you
is.
spend money on the bins, but I feel like just knowing what you have and not rebuying or using what you have
Yes.
is really, it saves you money
Right.
for,
And
as
you're
a
not
family.
throwing away all of
Absolutely.
the stuff that expired
Right.
because you have 8 of them.
That sounds great.
So another product that I really love are these non-slip hangers. They're velvet, slim velvet hangers, so they're skinnier. And turns out, I know people are like, it's a hanger. Does it really make a difference? It kind of does. These will hold more, so you can fit more in your closet because they are slimmer. And also, your clothes will hang nicely, so when you go to put your clothes on, you don't have the funky, things that stick out from your shoulders. And clothes aren't slipping off, they're non-slip. But these are my go-to hangers, and the price here, and also there's other stores, but way cheaper.
Thank you so much, Emily, for joining us. I really appreciate it. So you've given us some awesome tips, but what if this isn't my jam? Like,
Yes.
or like we talked about, just too overwhelming to get started.
It's hard. Sometimes it's hard to get a good starting point and to kind of get a grasp of everything. I am happy to help.
Awesome.
I have
How
my
do we
organizing
contact
company.
you?
So I have a website. It's organizedbyemilyg.com.
Great.
I'm on Instagram and Facebook, Organized by Emily G. And sometimes I've learned with clients I've worked with, if I come in and I help you do like your master closet or a pantry or something that's very overwhelming that you are just very uncomfortable doing, once we work together and do that, the smaller projects seem easier and they can go tackle them themselves, or I can also come and help.
So
But
you'll actually just
there's
kind of
options.
teach your system and
Yes.
and techniques really that I could
Exactly.
apply to other areas.
Yes.
So I can hire you to do our entire home and kind of
Everything?
create a laundry list, or
Yes.
I can just pick and choose.
Yes.
Yes?
And there's also an option where if you just want help, like if you just want me to come walk you through some situations, I can come for a couple hours and help you with some drawers
like a
or some
consultation.
cabinets. Exactly.
Awesome.
So
I love that.
it's very custom to whatever
What you
anyone
need.
needs, and I love doing it. So it's fun too. I promise we'll have a good time.
That's great.
Yes.
We really do appreciate your time
Yes,
and
thank
energy.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.